thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and see you on the West Coast. UCLA, fight, fight, fight. UCLA, fight, fight, fight.
Frequency vibrations. Well, you know that little dance he does? He came out doing that.
Freaking and vibing?
Oh my goodness, freaking and vibing. Yeah, he was running from the time he was 9 months old. I mean, really, the boy didn't crawl. He skipped that and went right to running around and getting into everything. He actually became, I guess, like a neighborhood mascot, you know? People were really proud of him. They come to those games and watch him, and then I could see that he became everyone's hope.
Oh, yo, look towards the darkness. Now
And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Georgetown Hoyas facing the UCLA Bruins.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, they've got Price. Hudson is up there with Warren, and it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the 2. The Bruins shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had.
Feeds it to Freak. Pass to Free. Tries a 3. Here's Ortiz, and it's blocked. Outside Randolph. They set the pick. Here's Hudson. Back to Price. And it's Free with the rebound. Hoyas on D. Here's Fresh. The offensive rebound. The pass to Free. Passes it to Looney.
Ball. It's sticking too much.
Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Ortiz passes to Free. 5 on the clock. Here's Roberts. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And it's about time. I was wondering if they were ever going to knock a shot down.
It's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. The Bruins leading by 3. Taking a look at the Hoyas. They've got Nelson. He's out there with Price. And it's Hudson in at the 5 down low. Good!
No doubt one of the most highly touted players on the floor is Freak. His abilities out on the wing are just phenomenal, and he is one of the few players that can dominate from that position.
And Greg, it takes a special talent to be able to control the game from the perimeter, but Freak is that kind of player. I mean, he can hurt you in so many different ways when he's left one-on-one with the defender, and he's comfortable pulling up or attacking the basket.
Thomas, that's good.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton also coming out of Westwood.
Now here's Harkless. Hudson with a screen on Free. Harkless kicks to Hudson. Here's Price. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned with UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell Westbrook, probably the 2 highest profile former Bruins in the NBA today.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
The Bruins leading by 8. Kicks it to Porter. He dishes it to Freak. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. And here are the Hoyas now. Price outside. The feed to Hudson. Pass to Harkless. There's a good screen. Off the screen. Nelson, no one around him. The three-pointer off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Outside Gonzalez. Now here's Harkless. Covered by Ortiz. Shot's good. Hudson's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
The dish to Porter. Here's Roberts. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points.
And that concludes the first half. The Bruins on top as they wrap up the second quarter with a third. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Ortiz, he's in at small forward. Free out there with Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center. And for Georgetown, Warren is out there with Price. Then it's Trice. Then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the 2. And for the Bruins, Ortiz in at the 3. Fresh is out there with Free. And it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Ortiz. It's good from long range. Freak's got 8 points.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
Hey, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have...
Georgetown trails by 13. Taking a look at the Hoyas. Price is out there with Nelson. Then there's Hudson. Then it's Trice. And it's Wilson in at the 2 spot. Nelson with a screen on Morris. Here's Price. They get it back. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Freak dishes to Morris.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Dishes it to Freak. Just 5 to shoot. UCLA needs to get off a shot. Here's Free. And stolen by Trice. And now the Hoyas on the break. He feeds it to Price. Lets it go from 11. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Price has got it back down to within single digits for the Hoyas. 1:44 left in the second half of basketball. Here's Free. He kicks to Freak. Morris outside. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Fresh is checked in for Morris. And he is unable to get the second one. Georgetown trails by 10. Price kicks to Trice. 1:10 left in the second half of basketball. And so it looks like the Hoyas will retain possession here.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
.109 left here in the second half. Feeds to Warren. It's blocked.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Here's Free. Pass to Freak. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Price.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
Sinks the triple. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Here's Free. And the pass to Ortiz. Pulls it from 20. Off